Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Friday and another CEO PauseCast. I'm Kevin Cashman, and I'm with Korn Ferry, where we unleash the potential of people around the world. Today, I'm going to tell you a story of achievement against all odds. I happened to be skiing a couple of years ago with a group of colleagues, and one of the individuals I did not know, but I knew he was a pretty good athlete. That's all I'd heard. And we were going up the ski lift together, and I asked him, "Oh, tell me something about your life that was really impactful." And man, did he tell me something. He said, "Well, you may not know, but I was in the 1960 Olympics, happened to be in Japan. And I was a swimmer. I had a world record or two. And and I was very excited about going to Japan. I was really peaking at the right time. Well, the problem was I got to Japan and I had an appendicitis attack, a crippling, mind-boggling appendicitis attack. And they rushed me to the hospital. And here I am thinking, I'm going to compete. I don't know how I'm going to compete, but I'm going to get through this. So they tell him he's got to be operated on right away. And he said, "No way. If you operate on me, I can't swim in the preliminaries and then I can't swim in the finals. What can you do except operating on me?" And they went away and they probably said, "Oh, a crazy American. He thinks he's going to compete in this. Let's give him some regime that will discourage him from doing this." They come back. The doctors are all around him. And they said, "There's something we could do. We could pack you in ice from head to toe and put you on a liquid diet and you're immobile up until the preliminaries. And then later, if you continue, you got to come back to the hospital." And he said, "Bring on the ice." So here he is, a world-class athlete who expends about 12,000 calories a day from their training, mind-boggling. And now he's immobile, packed in ice, not training. And a couple days go by and his body starts to change. He starts to lose muscle, he starts to lose weight. Everything's like changing and dissolving in front of his eyes. But the preliminaries came up a couple days later and he said, "Can I go? I'm ready to go." Well, they checked his cell count and it went down a little bit. And they said, "Well, if you sign this form, you know, uh, making you responsible if anything happens, great, go." So he goes to the preliminaries and he's standing on the starting blocks. This is the individual medley in swimming. And he's the world champion, world record holder, and people don't recognize who's that person. Who's that person? That's how much he's changed in a few days. And the gun goes off, and he swims the prelims, and he's the last person to qualify. The last. He's 15 seconds behind his world record time, which is just absurd, but he qualifies to go into the beyond the preliminaries to the next event in the finals. So what happens? He goes back to the hospital. They pack him in ice for a few more days and a few more days of deterioration. Then the finals come up. And again, he's on the starting blocks and they're looking at him like, who is this guy? Because he looks even worse. And then the gun goes off and he swims the races. And guess what happens? He broke the world record, won the gold medal. His name is Dick Roth. You can read about him in the Swimming Hall of Fame, and his appendix is in a beaker at the U.S. Swimming Hall of Fame in Fort Lauderdale. I went to see it because it's such an unbelievable story, but I wanted to honor Dick Roth. So think about this in your life. We have goals. Some, maybe are life-threatening, some are not, usually not, but we have to overcome. We're constantly overcoming. We're overcoming pain. We're overcoming our capabilities. We're overcoming what we thought was possible. So this week, the next time you think, oh, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't do that. How could you be like Dick Roth? How could you overcome and really, really go for it? So think about this all week. See if there's something that you can do to elevate yourself. And then we'll see you next week on Friday for another CEO PauseCast.